What's up, Television? Board briefing Tuesday, April 27th. Our warm-up is going to be an 8-minute AMRAP. We got 10 goblet squats, 10 down dog to cobra, 10 sit-ups, 10 bird peckers. And we got some strength, some core strength work. So we got 4 rounds of 10 alternating dead bugs, 15 shoulder tap in a bear stance, quadruped shoulder taps. AKA the bear shoulder tap, and then 25 mountain climbers. We're going to do that for 4 rounds. And then we got some pistol progressions, okay, or pistol practice. 2 rounds of the following: 10 reps of narrow squat to an object. So generally, if we were in the gym, we use a med ball or a bench. So bench, chair, couch, cushion, something that's just a marker for you to touch, okay? And then we got 10 reps of progression 2, which the video link is posted, and 10 reps of progression number 3. Now, the difference between those two are just keeping our chest up a little more vertical, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. We got our workout. Strange rep scheme, I know. 9, 7, 5, 15, 12, 9. So we got dumbbell lunge thrusters. Split the reps how you feel fit. Just at the end of the day, try not to do 75% on one arm and 25% on the other. Try to make it as even as possible with the uneven numbers, okay? Dumbbell lunge thrusters, followed by pike push-ups and V-ups, okay? So very high-skilled workout for today. Going back to the AMRAP, goblet squats, we're getting the core fired up, shoulders ready, sit-ups, bird peckers, hamstrings, core, shoulders, okay? So this strength work is going to be majority core work, right? So we got dead bugs, alternating dead bugs. Let's just have a little revisit of the dead bug. If we're moving unilaterally, right, we want to make sure that our low back is still pasted to the ground, okay? And that when we bring our foot up, especially our foot, we're not moving really fast so our whole body shakes. We're controlling that upswing, allowing our core to do the work instead of engaging our hip flexors and just swinging our legs sort of wildly, right? The slower we go, the more effective it's going to be, is what I'm getting at. And then we have these bear shoulder taps, so very slow and controlled movement. So we're going to have our knees approximately 1 inch off the ground, but our toes planted on the ground, and then steady, locked out elbows. We're going to shift our weight ever so slightly to one side, making sure that we engage our core, touching our shoulder, coming back to our neutral stance, or coming back to our both hands on the ground, not neutral stance, and then touching with the other arm. In all cases, every time we shift and move, we want to secure ourselves to the ground before we actually lift our hand off the ground. So it's going to take some body control and body awareness for this, okay? And then we can have at it with 25 mountain climbers. Every time we move a foot, it's 1 rep, okay? 4 rounds of that. Pistol progressions. So I've watched several classes do this in the past. Let's just make sure that we're going through the 2 sets of 10 reps with a narrow stance. We should have, unless something is blocking us from doing it, we should have both feet touching at the toes and at the heels. Okay, so our feet should be like this, nice and tight together, sending our hips back and down, touching an object with our butt, and then standing back up. Even if it's just sort of a basic movement for you, that is fine, right? We're still just getting warmed up a little bit. If it's too challenging that we can't keep our feet together, raise the surface that you're sitting on. So if you're sitting on like a cushion on the floor or something like that, maybe we raise that cushion up, or find a chair or a couch or the arm of a couch even to sit back on, right? So challenge yourself to keep those feet together and reach the target, okay? On the other hand, if you find it easy, just make sure you're squatting down below parallel, okay? And in all cases, we want to keep our feet flat on the ground. And then progression 2 would be the exact same movement, right? So we're squatting down with our feet together, then we stick one leg out and then we're going to drive forward with our chest a little bit to get some momentum so we can stand up. Progression number 3 would be squatting with our feet together, sticking one leg out, and then standing up with our chest nice and vertical instead of trying to hinge forward a little bit and gain that momentum. We're just going to stand up with some pure leg strength, okay? If you're proficient at pistols, do the warm-up. Do the 2 sets of 10 with a narrow stance, and then if you're proficient at pistols, have at it. Do 2 sets of 10 alternating pistols, right? These are all alternating reps, or these 2 are alternating reps, okay? For a workout, lunge thrusters, we know these are a coordination movement as well as quarter extremity, and very challenging. So it's going to sort of gas you out. Arms are going to be tired from throwing the dumbbell overhead. Just make sure that we're using our leg strength to get the dumbbell moving off our shoulder and then just pressing out a little bit with our arm, right? This is going to sort of compile and doing pike push-ups, and then our core is going to be tired throwing down some V-ups. So working in backwards here, V-ups can be done in, if we can't do V-ups, jackknives are the next progression. Regular sit-ups, we can have our feet in a diamond, or we can have our feet extended, not too fussed on that, and then anchored sit-ups, right? Pike push-ups, we can lessen the distance or lessen the angle of vertical, okay? All the way down to a regular push-up from our knees, and then elevated surface push-ups. And dumbbell lunges, we can lessen our weight, so reduce the load, even lessen some of the reps, right? So have some fun with the workout. Very high skill, it's going to be challenging, but just go for it. Have some fun. All right, guys, enjoy.